Hi, you guys. Thank you for coming to your internet workout that you can do from home. This will be pretty much covering the very nice things to help stretch as far as your lower back, if you are tight in your hips, low back, a little bit of release for the shoulders. So, as we're doing the warm up here, just try to do the best that you can right here, right now, as we work to open up areas of tightness and help ease into some stuff that'll in the long run, if you keep working on it, will help to strengthen in from the center, low back, but also help those areas that are tight. So we're going to begin with our feet opened up, spaced nice and wide. Your toes are pretty much spread all the way out. Every single little toe. Push down through your feet, your heels, and we'll start with that nice knee bend. So big reach up overhead to the ceiling, to the sky, and then exhale, let it go. We're just going to continue doing this for about 20, 15 more seconds, just opening up the arms, the head, the neck, and the shoulders are also lifting up as you're extending, reaching up, and then letting all that air go out. So just getting some movement before we go into some of the stretch stuff is really important because you don't want to just go right into the stretches when you're cold. So just one more big reach up overhead, and then on the exhale, let the shoulders come down to that field goal position, and now rotate your torso to the left side and to the right side. So you're just rotating side to side. These don't have to be super major as far as how much you're twisting to the sides. Just let your hips continue to stay even as you rotate through your spine to get some movement in from the waist, from in that part of your body, and just for another 15 seconds. If it feels a little uncomfortable, mess around with it. It's your body. You know how you're feeling, so you might need to take the feet wider. You might need to bring the feet more narrow. Maybe you're doing less of a rotation left and right, but just do what feels okay for you. And then meet me back into the middle. We'll do one more reach up to the ceiling. As your arms are extending, bring the chin down to your chest. So try to feel the head essentially nod in. Arms are reaching away. Just hold it. In 3, we're going to shake everything out. The head will come back forward. In 2, so you'll look up. Here's your 1, head comes up, shake out the arms, look up and forward, yay! And then from here, go ahead, flip it long ways on your mat or just somewhere where you're able to have at least enough space to walk it on out. We're going to shake out the arms again, shake out the hands again, and then just go for a big knee bend with your feet and knees and hips being just about parallel distance from the hips. So big stretch straight up to the ceiling, exhale, let the arms circle back, shake it out. We're going to do that one more time. So just nice knee bend, plugging down through all 10 toes, big reach up. This time, circle the arms back behind you, place the fingertips pointing towards your glutes, and then the elbows will pull back as you feel the stretch happen from your core. The light push on the hips should feel pretty nice to the low back, and if the elbows can also point back, you're going to feel the stretch in that tricep. If it feels icky, come out of it, come back in when you can, but we're just trying to hold for another 3, 2, and 1, shake it out, shake out the hands, shake out the wrists, and then start to gently ease into your forward fold. For anybody that's really tight in the low back, soften the knees right off of the bat for this one. Let the head drop down, let the arms drop down, and just thinking of that good curl and rounding of your spine. So thinking pulling up and in from the center, and I'm just going to move this a little bit because we're coming down. So then carefully, safely, bring yourself either into that forward fold where you're either trying to tap the ground with your fingertips, or if that's not possible right now, that is okay. Just let the arms dangle, shake out the head again, shake out the fingertips, and then soften the knees even more because we're going to start to walk the palms on down into your downward facing dog stretch. The butt and the hips should be up on this one, so I don't want you guys to find a plank. I want you to keep the hips high. Start to pedal out the knees, so you're dropping one knee down at a time. Head, once you can see what I'm doing, just let the head and the neck dangle. So you're releasing from the back of the neck as you're allowing your hips, your lower back, the glutes, that pull in from the hamstring, everything to kind of follow suit with that stretch, which should feel pretty nice in through the back. And just easing onto those pedaling out on the toes and on the ball of your foot is where that pressure is. The heels lift up. And you're just going for another about 5-10 seconds on these ones before we start to drop the knees down. We're going to take it next into a really lovely cat-cow stretch to open up the hips and to feel some niceness in the back. So in 3, 2, and 1, gently bring the knees on down to your mat. You're probably going to need to reset for this one just because it gets weird coming out of down dog. So plug the palms down right under your chest and space your hands out. I want you guys to think like really nice high five. Open up the hands. Knees are down underneath where the hips are. And again, wiggle the toes. Do a little second of shake out from the hips and the back. Big breath in. Try to feel your chest puff up and the upper back puff up as you round your spine. Head drops down. And then on that release of the air, let it all go. Let the hips and the belly drop forward and up with the back of the neck and the head. So everything just kind of let it go, let it go. We're going to do that 2 more times. So think rounding of the spine. Head, neck, and shoulders are essentially dropping down. And then as you release, let that air go. Let everything open up from the hips. It's important to try to actually arch on this one. I know there's so many moves that we're doing, like pelvic tuck or neutral spine. This one, let your hips open up, let your belly drop out, feel the stretch in your abdominal wall. Head goes back. I mean, you can do another 1 or 2. It's up to you. Listen to your body. And then once you've done another 1, 2, maybe 3, shoot, you can do 4 if you want. Just don't go super crazy fast. We're going to then take it into a nice sit back where I want you to bring the knees wider. So instead of doing our classic child's pose, we'll tabletop that back, open the knees wider, connect the feet, so collecting the feet back behind you. So you're making pretty much a V shape in the hips. And then gently and carefully start to sit your hips back and down on those heels. And then we're going to walk it back out. Just do that 1 more time, you guys. So just thinking of walking back, sitting on the hips. So if you're really tight in the quads, ease into it. I know it's not anybody's favorite. And then walk it back again. This time we're going to drop down the elbows, but keep those knees wide. So this one looks kind of ridiculous, but it feels really good in from the groin and the hips. You can open the feet and hips wider. What I'm doing is pushing my elbows down and then bring my palms down and I'm trying to sit my butt back. If you're limited on that and your body's like, no, come up out of it and then just try to go back down. Just doing what you can. You can kind of hold that lift up. That might feel nice. But again, just listening where your body is at because we're trying to go for that hold, if that's possible, right here. Just 10 more seconds to let the hips and your butt kind of push back. Head goes down and just chill. Keep chilling. Relax the head, relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Stay on it. I just gotta move this. I just realized. Still too high up. And then we'll go ahead in 3 and 2. Lift that head back on up. Here's your 1. Sit on up and then roll the shoulders up and around. We're going to then take it onto a seated position next in 3, 2, and 1. So go ahead. Take it as gracefully as you possibly can. It's kind of a weird transition, but it's fine. Legs are going to lengthen out in front of you. Just do a little toe wiggle. As far as your core, you're letting it go. You don't have to flex or anything. I just want you to think about stretching the arms up overhead. Big reach up. Now, this is where we get the core wiggle. Pull the belly button up and in, round through the spine like you're diving, arcing forward, and then gently drop down into your forward fold stretch. So as we're in this one, try to think of the shoulders pulling up and then relaxing them down. So if that means you need to come back out of it and then redo it again with that big arc, reach, and then dive forward, let it go, and then release it back and down. Do that. If your shirt is also just riding up, fix whatever you need to, and then just try to do the best you can to hold on this forward fold stretch here. Taking your focus away from where you're probably tight and bringing it to your toes. Wiggle your toes. Find your next inhale, puffing up in your upper back. On the exhale, maybe you can drop a little more forward. And if that's not possible today, that's okay too. Just be where you're at. Embrace it for another 3, 2, and 1. Good, you guys come on up, and then from here, you're going to want to scooch it, because we're laying down next. So scooch it so your butt is going to be about mid-portion of where your mat is, and then from here, we're going to do a rounding of the spine down. So feel, once again, the belly button pull in, round, and then once you've lowered your arms and your head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat, you're going to lengthen the legs all the way out as well. And then probably knock into this fan. Sorry, Kino. So the arms are long, the legs are long. Try to take it to a nice place where you're not worrying about knocking over a fan and letting the hips on this one just open up. So I just want you guys to think of the low back for a second. You're popping up the low back. The arms are reaching behind you, like you're essentially being pulled in opposition. If your shoulders are limiting on this, if you're lifting and you're like, I cannot lower my shoulders down because you're too tight in the neck up here, that's fine.
go to cactus elbows or find something that's comfortable for the arms. I just want you to try to think of that next breath in from the belly and the chest, puff up, and then exhale, let it go. Let the hips relax. Go ahead, do that 2 more times. So just big breath in through the nose. Let everything expand in your center. Exhale, let it go. And then just one more nice one. Big breath in. And then exhale, let it go. Trying to either stretch the arms out a little bit longer if that feels good, or just allowing everything to kind of settle down in the neck and the shoulders, because we're going to slide the right heel in. We're going to slide the left heel in. Bring the hands now down by your hips. Tuck your pelvis under. So think again, if you've got that little space under your back, tighten in from the core to push your back down flat. It's going to lift the hips so you're kind of tucking up, and then start to round up vertebra by vertebra. Once you're into that lift, don't worry about how high you can go. Relax the chest, and then just lower yourself back down again. We're just doing a couple of these to get some movement in from the hips, and to get that work a little bit warmer in from here in the core, because then we're going to take it into a really nice stretch after this for those hips. So just opening and lifting and then dropping back down, and then we'll take it in 3, in 2, and 1. Go ahead. Next time your butt is down, drop it. From here, we're going to kick the left leg up and over, so that heel's going to be up on that knee, your figure 4 stretch, and then lift up the bottom right knee. Interlace your hands behind that right leg, and if you do the other side, that's fine. Just flip-flop it. But we're pulling that right knee towards our chest. You should feel the release a lot on that left hamstring, the leg that's actually crossed over. That's a good thing. If it's a twingy pain, you come out of it and you put that right heel back down. Don't get hurt. But if you're into this and it feels doable, slowly start to rock left and right. So you're just opening up from the lower back as you're receiving that really lovely stretch behind the hamstring and glute of that left leg. I mean, you'll feel a little bit on the right leg too, but it's that crossover we should a little more on. Just ease into that rock just for another couple seconds. And then we'll take and extend out and down in 2 and 1. So go ahead, stop that little rock out. Drop the right heel. Pull the left knee in towards your chest, and then slide that right leg out. This one, it's normal if you're like a little bit sensitive, it's tight to kind of let that leg extend out. That's fine. Do what you can. Feel that stretch away. Wiggle the toes on that right side, and then gently pull that left knee back to your chest. Then release it a little bit. These aren't huge moves. These are really small. But just trying to think of that stretch, the back part of the hamstring, the glute. You're going to feel the hip flexor. You're going to feel that pull on the quad. And then release it down. We're just going to do that one more time. You got it, you guys. Big breath in, big breath out. And then pull, pull, pull for 3. Hold it for 2. And there's your 1. Yay. So go ahead. Let that leg, stretch that leg out. Meet the other leg. Do a little toe wiggle. Wiggle the fingertips. Then slide the right heel in again. Slide the left heel in again, and now we go figure 4 other side. So left heel's down, right leg, go ahead, crisscross it over. If you need to modify, you keep that left heel down. If you can, though, it'll benefit you a little more if you can lift the left leg up, bring those hands once again, needle underneath the thigh, this time the left thigh, and then gently pull back. And this is a different side. It's a different situation as far as where you're holding that tightness. So if you're good on just a light pull back, fabulous. That's where you get to hold it. If you can take it deeper, fabulous, do that. But we're just going to try to rock a little left, a little right. Like this side's worse for me, so I'm not pulling as much. But I just want you to find for you, right here, right now, where it's going to feel like a doable amount of tension that you're pulling against on that hip as you gently go side to side with your lower back. Then we'll take and lengthen out next. You're still about 10 seconds here, but we'll lengthen out that left leg next and the right knee. That's the one you're going to pull towards your chest in 3, in 2, and there's your 1. So stop that nice rock, drop the left heel down, bring the right knee into your chest, and then slide the left leg out. Oopsies. Again, try not to knock into anything. I mean, just don't break something. Once you're into that stretched out position, gently start to pull that right knee back, and then let it release in that hip. So you're not forcing anything, you're just gently easing in from that side. We got just a couple more pull, pull, pull. You're doing awesome. Release in that hip. One more time. Big pull or a little pull, whatever you can do. And then just hold it. This is for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yay. Let that leg and hip drop down. Pull both knees together and then let your knees kind of drop over to whatever side you're going to help
pop yourself on up. Once you've lifted up into your position that you have, like for me, the knees are pointing over to that right side. I'm going to keep my right knee in that pointed open position. I'm going to lengthen out my left leg. It's like a hurdler stretch, but this is also good to work to stretch the low back. So my right knee is pointed open, my left leg is out. Once you've got your situation as far as where you're at with the hips, you're going to take whatever knee is pointing, that opposite hand on that knee. So I'm bringing my left hand, the palm, to my right knee. The right hand is going behind me, and I'm trying to assist myself into a spinal twist. As that's happening, you can either push with this foot against your thigh to get a little bit more tension to press away on, or you can relax the foot and just focus on the spinal rotation. But you should feel hopefully kind of nice on that side. And then we'll gently come back into the middle. We'll do that just one more time. So big inhale, exhale, and then rotate. Try to, again, ease into it on that side. It's just for 10 seconds. Nice breath in, nice breath out. And then like you're bringing out a little washcloth. Maybe go a little bit deeper. Maybe not, it's okay. And 2, and 1. Back to your center. Yay. Now, meet the right foot with the left foot. So you're going to take it into a nice little butterfly stretch. Once the feet and your shorts are hopefully not as awful as mine, just do a little side-to-side rock. It's too hot. It's hot out there. And then we'll go ahead and take it. You've got the other side. You've got to be even on the stretch work. So once you've done a little left, little right, make sure you're not doing the same leg again. You're going to keep one heel pulled in. So for me, I got to keep now the left heel in, right leg lengthens, adjust as you need. If that hip feels a little weird, that's okay. Just feel it out. Go with what you can. Wiggle the toes. Take a second to make sure, even though we do have one leg that's stretched out and one heel that's pulled in, you don't want to be completely twisting to one side for this one today. Think starting off center, take a nice inhale. Right palm goes to my left knee. As you exhale, that left hand helps hopefully to rotate you back. Or again, if you're doing the other side, obviously just do the other side. But just feeling that nice twist, trying to get a little bit in from the torso as well. Just taking a second to ease right back into that center position. And then we'll do the same thing. Again, nice inhale, nice exhale, plant that right hand on the knee, and then take that left arm. Maybe you can go into a little bit deeper of a twist this time, or maybe not. That's okay too. I'm not pushing with my heel on this side for my leg because this leg is being a little fun today. So I don't need that extra oomph, but if you want to do that, you're welcome to get some more pressure to push away from to help open on the inner thigh for another just 8 seconds here. And then we'll come back to the middle in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back into your center. Yay, good job. And then from here, go ahead, bring those knees back in together. So we've got the knees either on one side or the other. And then you're going to just gently rotate back on around as if we were about to go into another cat-cow, but instead, let the toes and the heels drop back, send the arms out, and then sit your butt back into that child's pose. So let the arms lengthen away. Really let the head relax too, you guys. There's nothing fun to see. Just let the head chill. Taking a moment to walk the fingertips out just a little bit more if you can. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go out through the mouth. And then slide the arms back. So now we're still stretching through the low back, mid back, upper, but the hands go back behind you. So the knuckles are going to be planted down on the ground. Turn your head to whatever side you guys want. Feel the stretch from the neck and the back of the head. Then switch it, other side. So you're just letting that rotation from the neck happen. And then when you're ready, go back into the middle. Just let the forehead chill. Take a really nice breath in through the nose. Let it go out through the mouth. And then we're going to lift all the way on up. So we're going to take the arms like you're kind of sweeping, lift up, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, let it go. Shake it out, shake it out. You guys do that one more time. I'm going to face you guys because I feel weird not doing this full on. So think big breath in. This time take the arms wide, reach. And on the exhale, let it go. After that, you did it. Good job. Not even 20 minutes just to get some good stretch work in from the back and the hips and legs. Hopefully that helped. So thank you for making time to do it. Be nice to yourself. Go hydrate. And yeah, great work.